everybody, it's Angelo with Angelo's Workbench, here getting into video number 3 in the Revell Ferrari 458 Italia video series. We're going to get right off to the bat here with the aluminum parts using XF16 flat aluminum from Tamiya. I love the XF16 Tamiya flat aluminum. It comes out very nice once it's thinned properly, and I'm going to have a special tutorial. I've had a couple questions on how I thin my Tamiya paints. I'm going to be doing a special tutorial on that coming up soon. So what I do when I'm painting my parts, I take them off the sprue, I clean them, and then I put them on masking tape, and I paint all 4 sides, which is you're going to see in a few minutes. I'll paint it from each of the 4 directions, put it in a food dehydrator. That's right, a food dehydrator dries model parts very quickly, usually 5 or 10 minutes in the food dehydrator, and they are cured. And then I'll take them out, I'll take them off the masking tape, flip them over, do the other side again from all 4 directions, and then that results in a fully painted, nice, ready-to-go part. Remember back when I was de-spruing the parts, one of the shock absorbers was already cracked in the kit. And when I went to remove it from the sprue, the one little part that had already been broken off basically went flying. And I said that would be no problem, that we would fix it later on, drilling it out and putting in a little piece of styrene rod, which is exactly what I'm doing now. I have some 1/16 inch rod, say that 5 times fast, and now what I'm doing is I'm going to drill out a hole. I've got my little hand drill. I'm going to drill out a hole in the end of the shock, I'm going to put the new rod in, and the shock will be fixed. And that's it for this job. I'll set the shock absorbers aside to cure fully, and before I install it in the car, I will trim it and sand it to fit. Here I am painting a couple of parts flat red. These are the splitters for the front grille and the engine cover. And then what I did was, just as I did with the aluminum parts, I painted the one side flat red, then into the dehydrator, as you see here. 5 or 10 minutes in the dehydrator, and it is cured and ready to flip over and paint the other side. While it's in the dehydrator curing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small amount of flat red. I've decided to do the edges of the rear splitters on the underside of the chassis flat red as well, just to add a little interesting red details on the bottom in the back. I am just using a toothpick and dabbing small amounts of paint on the edges. And with the rear splitters done and the front splitters done in the dehydrator, I can now begin to paint the opposite side to finish this project off. That just about wraps it up for this video. In video number 4, we're going to get started on the interior and then proceed to move on to assembly and get this kit in the books. I hope you'll join me for video number 4. As always, thank you for your questions and comments. Please don't hesitate to leave any down below. Thanks again for tuning in.